with that being said, I need a motion to
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
all in favor.
Beg your pardon? We had got a letter from our lawyer asking you to put us on the agenda, East Albany Baptist Church.
Run that by me again, please.
I say, we had our lawyer send you a letter asking to be put on the agenda for this meeting, and you just said to adjourn.
Well, you're not on the agenda, sir.
Well, that's your fault, not ours.
When was the letter sent?
Always let us in.
Now and I want to know about this partially. The clerk shared with me a letter that they requested that they had bought some property. It wasn't, the lawyer didn't complete the transaction and return it as a church property, and so it was charged taxes for a few years, last 2 or 3 years, and then they asked that that be reconsidered and rebated. We sent it around to get the opinions because the clerk sent it out so that the tax assessors have to give us some guidance and opinion, the tax commissioner, and then also the attorney, so that the board will have full information. I wasn't aware that they had added that it would also be on the agenda tonight. But we'd be glad to coordinate with you and get the issue and work out a time for you all up here.
Are you saying?
I'm new, this is only my second meeting. I wasn't aware of that, and I didn't realize that was the intent of the letter. Certainly you all had appealed that the board consider that, but I don't know if anybody had sat down tonight was tonight. Certainly this.
Are you saying that we can't address this body tonight? We'll have to do it at your next meeting?
I think that's the will of the board.
It's the protocol. If it's not on the agenda,
Well, as I said, the lawyer sent you a letter, I'm sorry,
what about
and
Mr. Skilling?
requested it.
Just wait for the say.
It won't take long to address your own question.
I need a motion to withdraw the adjournment.
I make a motion to withdraw the adjournment.
Second, I need another motion to waive the rule and let this gentleman here speak.
I make a motion to waive the rule and let this gentleman speak.
Please come forward.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
But while he's coming, I'd like to acknowledge the board, we received a letter from the lawyer, said they would like us to consider that. We're not sure what the legality and how much discretion we really have in that matter until we get all that assembled, so you can thoughtfully come to a conclusion, but certainly they can state their case and their concern.
We try to be brief. Thank you so much for hearing us and giving us this privilege of talking to you while we're here. I'm Dr. Jim Naylor. I'm a friend of the church. This is Mr. Russell Stroud. He's the chairman of the deacon of the church. Russell, you want to give me these figures?
Yes. We purchased the land on Old Leesburg Road, started in the latter part of '06 and finished up purchasing it right in '07 there. And we were under the impression that we were a nonprofit organization, so we shouldn't have to pay taxes, so no one ever mentioned anything about it. But in '08, I was contacted at my office that we had taxes that had not been paid that was required. And when I came up and talked to the man over here, anyway, what he said was the fact that no one had ever filled out some paper that says that we were a non-profit organization, which the church is automatically a non-profit organization. And so I paid the taxes for '07 and '08, and he said as long as we meet a couple times a month, we wouldn't have to pay them in '09. You know, he stopped it then. But the thing about it was the fact that we should not have had to pay them in the first place. However, we, you know, like I say, I had the lawyers that closed for us apparently didn't know that this is the way it works. I don't know.
Let me say this real quickly, I'm sorry. The people who we requested that they send the money back because we were tax-free if we are a church. And when we bought the property, we bought it in East Albany Baptist Church. Now, I believe the tax people, if they're competent people, and I'm sure they are, would know you don't tax a church automatically. That's in your laws. So we're asking that you return the money that we should not have paid you in the first place.
I think the county administrator is on top of the situation. He's probably trying to get an opinion about it, and I don't even know if you've been involved with it, Mr. Sept. I think we're just gonna have to look into it and get back to y'all at a later date.
That's fine.
We'd be glad at the end of the meeting, if I can find out how to contact you all, and then we can sit down and go through it. And what's, the law guides us through that. The Georgia law is pretty specific about that. We've asked tax assessors to tell us what their part is, the tax commissioner. Those are independent offices of this board. They support the facilities and services. Those are independent boards. And then what discretion we have. We'll try to work with you as best we can. One is to make sure that this is properly filed, stop all future things, and the right petitions or covenants or whatever have been filed, so we don't have a future problem. And then we'll also try to sort out the 2007 and 2008.
Appreciate it very much. Mr. Ledford, Lawyer Ledford is our lawyer. He couldn't be here for some reason today. But we will put our address, telephone numbers for the young lady, if that's the lady we do it to.
Please do.
Glad to do that. Again, thank you so much for changing, letting us speak.
Thanks for speaking up and letting us know you're about to slip, all this and slip away.
Thanks.
Sir, is there a church on the property?
No, ma'am, right now, we've had some meetings out there, we've had some activities, on the properties, but we've not built a church yet. What we were trying to do is sell the church in East Albany, and that way we could have finances without going into debt a great deal for a church.
The property out there, the church was built many, many years ago. It was all white. Then it went and turned black totally. We tried every effort we could to get the blacks to come to the church. We have no animosity in anyone, but they wouldn't come. So we're down to a little body of people. So they got together with this little handful of people. As you're talking about getting money, they got the money. $130,000 to buy this property that we're talking about now. That's a miracle in itself. And all we're trying to do is sell that church and then put another church on this property here.
Well, from my dealings with it over the years, it has to be a dwelling, a worship dwelling. That's how I always took it when I was in the tax office. But I'm sure the
way we were told was as long as we met once a month on that property, whether, for whatever purpose of whether they have a shade tree type service or like we've had our fall festivals out there, this type of thing, we were told that as long as we met once a month out there, that it was adequate.
In other words, as long as it's been used for nonprofit organization, it is bought for that purpose and used for that purpose until we can get a church on it.
Well, we'll be glad to research it.
Let us get all our facts and our information together. We received the letter. The clerk brought it to me. She's out of town right now, but anyway, we were trying to get all our matters together so we could get back with you.
Well, again, thank you for giving us a chance.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, sir. Now I need a motion then to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Meeting is adjourned.